Hey, Matt, we're finally here. Shoresy Foresy, you ready?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, my guy.
Good, because you're going. Yeah! Okay, want to get the intro knocked out?
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong, good buddy?
It's just, you know what? Never mind. Let's just do the thing.
Okay, opening the file now. The last haiku by Tate and Webb. Bringing back limericks. Hard to make haikus funny. Hope you don't mind, Al.
Thank Gord. Okay, good. Feeling a little better now.
Not a fan of the haikus, Matt?
Come on, Al. Of course I like them, but haikus are beautiful and poignant and deep and profound and very, very, very hard to make funny for a comedy podcast intro.
Okay. I get it.
So, did they write a limerick?
Yeah.
Don't leave me hanging, Grego. Give it here.
Well, here you go.
The Sudvegas summer is unbeatable. The amount of beautiful women inconceivable. With Shoresy's future unsure, can the Bulldogs endure when tuggies and tubes are unbelievable? I have nothing.
That fresh produce stand there, that's a beauty.
What do you listen to?
My favorite murder podcast.
Taggart and Torrance podcast.
The produce stand.
Fucking sexy.
You heard the man. It's the Produce Stand, your favorite source for everything in the universe. I'm all your hosts, Tanya, Matt, and Victor are on the mics, and tonight we begin our coverage of 4Z. And just like Dolo, we're feeling blessed tonight to introduce tonight's guest panelist. She is an axe-wielding mom, former radio personality, the leader of the TPS takeover team, and now she's a stand-up comic. You can catch her gracing comedy stages all over Virginia. Please join me making some noise for Kacey.
Who wants to set the tone, boys? Who's gonna fucking set it? Yeah! Whoa! Let's get on the go, boys! This team will never lose again.
Welcome back to the Produce Stand, Kacey. How are you now?
Good, and you?
Not so bad. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited, and everyone seems to be in a punchy mood tonight, so let's just really get into this.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Tonight's starting lineup will be yours truly, Matt, Tanya, Victor, and our guest Kacey will have the last word. I guess I'll start my week. Well, I'll just talk about today. I was busy today with work and stuff, but it didn't, and it was a pretty good day, except, this morning I ate it outside on my driveway. It was, yeah.
Do you have a door cam?
You know what I do?
Receipts.
I'm checking now.
Receipts.
So
Get it
need the
now.
receipts.
Yesterday we had like a big thaw, like it got up to like plus 8 degrees, I think, which meant everything's melting. My driveway got a nice like layer of water all over it, and then of course overnight it froze, became black ice, and then we got a ton of snow dumped on us for like an hour in the morning. Like, I think we got 6-7 centimeters or whatever, which was a lot for that short period of time. So I go out to put the garbage out, and I'm like, fuck, I got to shovel first. I'm walking down the driveway. Unbeknownst to me, there's like black ice under that snow, and my feet went up in the air, and I fell flat on my back. Thank God there was snow. It cushioned my fall. Did you find the video?
I'm watching.
Tanya's looking at
She's watching
the footage. Anyway,
this is great.
The angle's bad. You probably won't be able to. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so that
you're just saying that. I don't believe
you. You got to post it on our socials, man.
If we catch it, I'll post it. But anyway, luckily, because I fell flat on my back, I didn't really hurt myself because of the snow, but it could have been a lot worse. Anyway, had PodCamp last weekend, had a lot of fun. I presented at this year's PodCamp, met up with Kacey's 2 French boyfriends there, and had a lot of fun. And this weekend we have that wrestling show that we're going to, where Plywood McNeil is going to be in this Canadian death match, it's called. And he says it's going to be like an extreme wrestling event. I've never been to actually I went to like one live wrestling event once at like our local festival here, and it was fun. So I'm looking forward to this. And then for Saturday night, I've got a show up in Barrie. So it's going to be a busy weekend, but I'm looking forward to it. So thank God I didn't screw up my back, or else I would have put a damper on all the festivities. Yeah.
What's a Canadian death match like? You guys just like
I don't
poke
know.
each other until you like die laughing, or like
No
is
idea.
it the nicest thing ever? or-
Instead of mud, you mud wrestle inside in maple syrup.
I can only assume beavers are involved somehow too.
I have no idea,
Just-
but yeah, we'll see. Like,
Doesn't register for me.
no, well, like plywood or Patrick says that it's like kind of like the extreme stuff, like barbed wire and.
Is it mixed gender?
And he said there'll be blood and stuff. So we'll see. I don't know if it's real.
There will be
I'm
blood.
not going. To
Joey, main event is a sorry off.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
That's
sorry.
it.
No, I'm sorry. Who's sorrier? Yeah. Anyway,
You're gonna be sorry.
so I'm really looking forward to that and maybe getting some video and stuff and hanging out with Patrick either before or after this show. I think that should be fun. Jeff says hockey sticks will come into play. Who knows? Maybe.
That's actually possible.
Matt, how have you been?
Yeah, I mean, well, first on the wrestling, I'm excited and also very nervous. I've never been to a wrestling event, and then the way Plywood described this, and we all agreed to go. I thought it was a joke at first,
Yeah.
but now we're going. So I don't know. I think I'm very ill equipped and ill prepared to go to this event, but I'm gonna take it in stride, and it's gonna be fun. So, yeah, go wrestling. Aside from that, the week's been kind of shit. Actually, I don't want to get into anything. It's just been one of those weeks. But there's a good side. Next Thursday, we are leaving, and I'm going down Minikin. So yeah,
Minikin?
we've booked a last minute trip, so we can fuck off for a week and get away from this winter and all the insanity and turn off the news and all that shit and just sit on a beach and do nothing for a week. And I can't wait because it's just it's needed. And, like wifey and I are both in the same stage. We're like, shit's just kind of building, like all these like little things. We're like, we just need to shut down for a week. So I'm super excited.
Are you leaving the kids at Al's place?
No.
No, the youngest is coming with us. My older guys, because it's leading into March break right here in Canada. So they are with their mother doing whatever they're doing there. She's doing something with them. So yeah, it's the three of us going.
So a little luggage. That's
Little
all right.
luggage. Yeah, we actually joked about it because we both sometimes like to have a couple drinks.
No.
So I'm just saying.
Not
saying.
you.
But we had a talk last night that we have to both be aware and can't both be too unaware at the same time. So if you catch my drift, so we've had that conversation that we have to. This isn't going to be like OG all inclusive trips. We got to scale it back a bit, but we'll see. We'll see what
Coincidentally, while you're in Minikin, I'll be in the city that rhymes with fun, Regina.
That's amazing.
Same thing, right? No? Dominican, Regina?
Yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
In Regina.
Experience Regina.
So anyways, that's what's going on. And I'm fucking psyched to be here tonight because Shoresy Foresy boys.
Shoresy Foresy.
Girls.
10. Have you seen me fall yet?
I have not.
Oh,
You're moving vehicles.
Oh, it happens before that.
Oh, it happens before the vehicles
Yeah.
are moved.
So
No, you're. I think you're just turning the car on. So maybe you'll be going.
see,
back
it's
Have you
way
already
before
fallen?
that. Anyway.
Okay. Well then,
how's your week been?
I haven't seen anything.
If there's a way to log into the account, I can do all this for you. I have no problem.
You can even live stream it.
Right?
The week has been a blur. It's just work. Last weekend was crazy. Helping my parents out with 2 little puppies, and it's been very hectic taking care of everything. And then I had oh my gosh, so I do need to share. So my daughter had a sleepover, and they ended up watching Wicked for like the 4th time. And this time I just took it to the next level, and I made it 4D movie night, where when the train was going, I shook the couch so that it was moving.
It's amazing.
When it was raining out, I took the spray bottle to them. When they went to Emerald City, there was bubbles in the air and a fan blowing the bubbles everywhere.
Oh, you made 4D event all the way.
Oh, it was
amazing.
all the way. Oh, I even had flower petals. So when the kids were running through the flower fields, I was tossing flower petals up in the air, and the kids were absolutely beside themselves, so happy. And it was one of those really, really fun moments. And yeah, we had a great time. So that's how I roll. And I think that's pretty much all I've been doing. That's all I've been doing.
Jeff in the live stream asked me if I'm going to drive down to Rouleau when I go to Regina. Of course I am. What do you think I am, a rookie? If I'm going down there, I'm going to take video of me standing in front of a corner of gas. I can't wait. So yes, I'm definitely doing that.
So Matt, when you were saying that you are taking off and that you're just in that headspace where you need to go, I actually announced that I was going to go to Sudbury this weekend. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go to Sudbury this weekend, and I'm going to, maybe go over to the Keg and have a piece of steak and see who's there. I'm like, that sounds like a great time to me.
They've already said that's basically where they live. So you've got a pretty good shot.
I'm like,
the boys are back in town.
I should do that.
Yeah.
Victor, how have you been?
Totally should do that.
How have you been, Victor?
I've been good. I missed last week because of a very important engagement. We had our own. Well, it was the championship game.
Oh, right.
I thought you were talking about the interview that you also missed.
This show is literally about hockey, and at least one of us needed to watch that game. All right.
I watched the game. It was right here.
Matt was watching
from me.
Yeah, Matt was watching, and we were getting play-by-play from our friend on Discord, and yeah.
What I'm hearing, Victor, is you have a priority issue.
Hey,
you need to sort it out.
It was our own no-show.
He's stuck. He's stuck.
There's 4 teams. There's 4 teams. It would not have worked if there was only 3 teams. There's 4 teams.
Good connection.
And if one team had folded, the whole tournament would have fallen apart.
See how much sense it makes now, Victor?
Yes, my point. I checkmate. I win. Jared.
What?
Jeff said everyone was watching while we were streaming last week, Victor. You had no excuse. It's called multitasking.
Yes.
And then then you missed a great interview with Brandon Nolan, which I can't wait for everyone to listen to next Monday.
Well, that was a shame, and that's not my fault. That was pulled in by lawyers into a.
Pretty sure we all, including Brandon, rescheduled to accommodate you, and then you didn't show up. At least that's how I remember it.
I'm not sure that's true in any way, but anyway, it sounded like Tanya took over the hockey talk, so it's probably was all worth it. So
Yes,
I can't wait to listen back.
Thank goodness for Tanya, we were able to talk hockey with Brendan Nolan.
Thank God for Tanya.
Anyway, so again, just a reminder: we won, they lost, and now everything is right with the world again.
80% of our listenership is in the U.S., Victor. So you could have said, "We won, you lost," and yes,
yeah. Whatever. It works either way.
All right. Thank you.
I don't know. I have nothing else.
Okay.
We started watching a new season of Lotus. The White Lotus.
Okay.
The White Lotus.
Yeah.
I tried.
One episode.
I tried the first season of that thing, and I couldn't get into it. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I liked both seasons so far. So this one's pretty good.
Kacey, how have you been?
Nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things are going well.
Mm-hmm.
Just
those two
busy.
Comments kind of contradict each other. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, again, proving my point, right? Like things are crazy. Work is good. Boys are huge. My oldest is now eclipsing me. He's my height and he's 12.
Oh my.
That's unnerving to look your 12-year-old child down the nose to nose. I was at a conference last weekend where angry Canadian stood up and let everybody know that our president was economically attacking your country. And that's how he sort of opened his comment at an ethics conference.
He wasn't wrong.
I felt bad for him.
He wasn't wrong.
He's not wrong. No, he's not wrong. But it was like, you're at an ethics conference, and that's where you're like hoping all the goodwill is sitting.
He's just fondling our little nutsack. Matt, please demonstrate.
And on cue, Matt gets out his beer koozie with the crochet
that's a good
balls
reminder that
in the
it's a
bottom.
podcast.
Yes.
I
And there we go.
Okay, that's.
I really need
Can
to
you give him a tug, Matt?
I really need
or-
to post a video of that so people know what we're talking about every time.
I got a better video.
What's that
Can't-
video?
Oh, that's
Oh, that's Matt at the townhouse.
Oh, yes.
That's
Um,
townhouse?
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's
I was-
townhouse, baby.
Wasn't I functioning at the townhouse? I think that's Little Montreal.
Oh, you. Oh no, that's not the townhouse. That is Little Montreal.
I
got
Yeah,
it
I was gonna
mixed
say
up. You're right.
townhouse is
It
why
is-
I ducked out a little
No.
early that night after the night before, which was that photo.
That photo, that's actually a still from video that I have of you and Joey Chester.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Having your
For,
own little.
for our new
little
listeners,
Montreal
Al,
moment.
can you please give a little context?
Oh, this is when we were all up in Sudbury the one time, and Matt
This one time we were in.
had a bit of a degen weekend. I was gonna say moment.
It was
No,
karaoke night.
And
It
guess
was
what?
karaoke night.
What,
guess
what
what?
was
Montreal.
DJing about? Never mind.
I
retract.
seem to recall you were being helicoptered by who,
Piggybacked.
Robbie or
Why is
Awesome?
that? Why is that my fault?
I
We
don't
can.
know.
How is that
we,
my
But anyway,
you can listen
I
to the
can't wait
podcast.
until we get to the Little Montreal episode of
Oh.
of Shoresy
It's
4
gonna be so good
because
it's gonna be
there's
so
all,
good.
all sorts of stories I'm sure will
Spoiler.
come out. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Well, how's the comedy going?
Really good. I've got I'm hosting this Saturday
It's amazing.
at
You're
the
hosting
Alpine
already.
Goat Brewery, and then I've got a show on March 22nd, and then I have a show on April 3rd.
Can I just say, for context, those who are listening, I mean, you just kind of a year ago, because you came up to
I'm coming up
Toronto.
on a year.
But you came up to Toronto for Pod Camp last year, and that's when
Yeah.
when me and Tanya went to Second City, watched that
Yeah.
show, and you were
Yeah.
funnier than the people on stage. And
Yeah.
then I was like, Kacey, you should do stand up. And then you went home and then started doing stand up. Not to say that it was my idea, but
I do whatever you tell me.
yeah,
now.
exactly. And now a year
Yeah.
later, you're hosting shows.
down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is
We're
kind of
proud
wild.
of you, Chase. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thanks.
That's
yeah, I'm
amazing.
like a professional comic because like
Yeah.
I've also been paid. I have like 3 paid gigs under my belt,
Wow.
which is also a pretty big deal in a year, in your first year of comedy. So
Now I hadn't.
all the credit is due to my producers, the Funny Womacs. They are a comedy duo here in Harrisonburg who have really like made it their mission to make comedy like accessible for people. So we're in like the PG-13 realm. And it's there's things are blowing up. We have 52 weeks booked for a comedy show at a nearby resort. And
Wow.
I'm hosting there on the 13th.
You're
So,
doing resort
yeah,
gigs now?
it's-
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah,
soon to be
it's pretty cool.
KCD at the Poconos, and it's gonna be.
Oh
great.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I'm gonna be at some
amazing.
casino in Connecticut pretty
Yeah.
soon. Look out.
Come up to Casino Niagara or something, or Casino Rama, so we can watch you.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
That's just
Thank
Yeah, it's
you.
amazing.
fantastic.
It's a lot of fun. I'm loving it.
That's great.
Casey, I see your shirt, but soon it's going to say KCD Live on Tour.
Yeah, there you go. So, do you have like a home base? Like, do you have a place where maybe you work out the most? You know,
Charlottesville,
Charlottesville?
the Southern Cafe in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay.
The group of people who've been running that mic. That's the one I've been going to on Monday nights, almost every Monday night for the
So
past
those
year.
of you who might be listening in and around the Charlottesville area, go see KCD on a Monday night, and tell her
Yeah.
to say hi.
come by,
Amazing.
watch me bomb for 3 minutes.
All right, let's see if we can remember how to do this, shall we? Here we go.
Mm.
Previously.
Allons-y.
Last week, we had an egg haul and had some fun with Letterkenny Season 12 trivia. Matt and Tanya made the leaderboard. Victor, did you hear this? Did you listen to this episode?
I haven't had a chance yet.
That's all right. It was great catching up with everyone and talking about what our hopes and dreams for Shoresy 4. This week, we recap and review episode 1 of Shoresy 4, Summer in Sudvegas. I'm ready. Matt, are you ready?
Unbelievable.
Tanya, are you ready?
I am.
Victor, are you ready?
It is.
Casey, are you ready?
Come on, Bodom.
Good, because you're fucking going. Yeah!
All
get on the go, boys.
right. We open with the song Had to Go by Wave Dash and the words, "This is the start of Shoresy Part 2. Then we fade onto a scene of a motorboat in the lake. Michaels is standing in the boat, and behind it is a tube carrying Hitch, Dolo, and Goody. Cut to the sluts who are still on the boat, minus whomever was driving it before. Did you notice that? Like whoever was driving it was no longer on the boat. Goody is at the wheel as they pull up to the dock, and the cottage is overrun with many attractive women. Cut to one of those fine young ladies walking down the steps to the dock as the sluts get out of the boat, turn around while holding cans of puppers, and flash their smiles as we cut to the Shoresy logo. And there's your cold open. So, I mean, we've all seen this cold open a million times. They use it as they use it as kind of the teaser and trailer leading up to this. I think this is what they showed at the Shoresy Classic. So, I mean, we can talk about it if you want. Like it kind of set the tone, right? This season isn't really going to be about hockey. It's going to be about everything but hockey. And
summer is here,
and there's going to be a lot of eye candy. Matt, I mean, do you have anything else to say about this one?
No, I mean it was great. It would just put a huge smile on my face seeing the boys out there on the boat, and this is where we're heading. And I was instantly excited for what an off-season version of this show could be.
Right.
And that's what we're about to get into. So let's get it.
Tan, what about you?
Yeah. I don't even know how many times I've watched it now. Every time I watch it, I'm always looking at the tattoos now. I'm trying to, because I've watched it so many times. I'm like, those are some pretty cool tattoos that the guys have.
All right, Victor.
Yeah, same. I was just a little concerned that are we going to get any hockey this season?
And I should have probably prefaced this. Who's watched the entire season? Kacey, have you?
Yeah,
you have,
but I'm not going to say anything.
No. Matt, have you?
Not almost.
Okay.
I've watched five.
Not almost.
No, did I say not? No.
You having a fucking brain hematoma?
Yeah.
Yes. Almost. I have watched 5 of the 6, and the 6 will be watched this weekend with my kid.
Okay. And Victor, how about you?
Not only have I not watched them, but the first 2 episodes that were dropped a long time ago.
Yeah.
I watched them, and I was supposed to watch the first one again in time for tonight,
and you did,
and I never got a chance.
How dare you?
So I'm going off of my single watch from what is it now? A month ago.
Okay, and my amazing recap, right?
Victor, and your amazing recap. Yes,
Victor. Right. I don't know if you know, but we literally only have one job.
Yeah.
Well, it's.
I'm just quiet. We have one.
It's true. It's true.
Shame on you, Victor. I've watched the first 3 episodes. So the first week it dropped in Canada, we had a little bit of a watch party on the Discord, and I played it for whoever wanted to join us, and we watched the first 3 episodes that day. That's it, though. I haven't seen the rest. So, and I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna try to do it, in order like you guys. So, I'm gonna practice some self-restraint. Anyway, let's get to this. Oh, sorry, Kacey. Did you have anything to say about the cold open?
Goody's nipples.
That checks out. I'll accept that.
That's it.
I really want to cut that and use that as a sample now. Goody's nipples. Just. I may have to do that. Anyway, here we go.
Sorry, Andrew.
Soundbite.
Coming out of the cold open, scene 1. After the title card, we are still on black, and we hear Nat's voice bringing us up to speed and letting us know what this season's going to be all about.
The off season. We won the no-show, we set a league record, and then we won the country.
Fucking A.
I see an opportunity here.
To relax, recharge.
To ruin everything.
Dude, you are no fun at all.
They haven't stopped the party since the tournament.
And they ain't stopping until they drank from the cup at every landmark in Sudbury.
Where now?
Including, but not limited to, the Beef and Bird, Bridge of Nations, and Bell Park Splash and Go.
We know the off-season is dangerous for hockey players.
Sluts.
But it's summer in Sudvegas. Let's take a break.
I'm all for enjoying everything that comes along with winning.
Super. Moving right along.
But we've got to keep our guys between the lines.
Fuck these guys. Let's party.
Half of them have gone home for summer. That's only half the headache. Kick back.
You want to be the best? Your work is never done.
Yawn.
We have a reputation to uphold. So your job this summer is to...
caretake.
Babysit.
Uphold it. Keep our guys between the lines.
Meeg says they've had some tall orders with this gig before, but this one's the Matterhorn, Kilimanjaro, Kung Chang Juna. I can't even say that one. Anyway,
nailed it.
Attaboy.
There you go. When Nat
You're doing terrific.
When Nat asks why, Meeg tells her it's because they're obsessed with getting invited to weird Sudbury. And then we flash to a scene of a party with a bunch of scantily clad women dressed in all sorts of leather, lycra, beads, and fur. Apparently, to get an invite to this party, you need to know someone on the inside, and the sluts are working every angle to get an invite. Nat says people have no idea how funky things get in these northern Ontario towns. Now, production note, I could not find any proof of the existence of an exclusive good and weird party in Sudbury, although I would fully expect that to be the case for a middle-aged father of two like myself trying to find an exclusive party in Sudbury using Google as a search engine.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is if I could find it, it probably isn't that weird and exclusive to begin with. So the fact that I can't find it either means it doesn't exist or it's really good and weird and exclusive. So
yeah, I also made the same effort you're describing with
So-
little success.
I think it's like Schrodinger's cat, right? Like if you open the box, it's not dead or alive until you open the box. So this party does or does not exist unless you find it. So management has their marching orders. They ask Nat what she's going to do if she's not going to kick back and relax and enjoy all that they've accomplished this year. Nat wastes no time answering.
Shoresy,
She's
life
going to-
after
Shoresy.
hockey is tough. It's an identity for these guys, and they don't know what to do when it's over. He put his body on the line for us, night in, night out, and never complained. Just go till you can't go no more.
Good soldier.
Now that he can't go for us in here, we owe it to him to make sure he's okay out there.
The hockey world looks out for each other.
Let's be there for our guy. Let's help him find his way.
Bulldog hockey, baby.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Now, before the meeting is adjourned, Zieg remembers that a lady from the seminar last season wants to talk to Shoresy. Her name is Jill. Meeg thinks she looks like Charlize Theron. And speaking of Shoresy, where is he? Nat says he's starting his new chapter. Cut to the next scene, a montage set to the song Just Like That by Bree Runway. Shoresy's being prepped and preened for something. His beard is being trimmed, hair cut, eyebrows coiffed. His face is being spray tanned. Anik's also getting dressed. Shoresy turns around wearing a suit and tie, looking miserable. Emma asks him to smile. He does, showing off a full bottom and top row. We learn that Anik and Shoresy are going to make up 2/3 of Bro Dude's new hockey show 3-on-1, where 3 panelists discuss one topic. Shoresy is apathetic. Emma describes the show.
What sets this sports show apart? It's short, quick hits. Hockey talk that pops into your social media feed and hooks you in before you can scroll down, click away, or watch porn instead.
That's the goal anyway.
We will be targeting a social media audience with the attention span of an iPad baby, so don't dick around. You will have mere seconds to captivate generation impatient before losing them. Seconds. But don't worry, Anik's tits buys at least 5. Shoresy?
Oh, what's left of him?
Between your dental work and wardrobe, you're Bro Dude's new $10,000 man.
Can I dip?
You look pretty.
C'est vrai.
What do you think?
I think you're maybe a fucking idiot if you think you got anything going for you here other than her tits.
Actually, Shoresy, you're the draw.
You think?
I do.
And you're maybe a fucking idiot too.
Emma continues. Both Shoresy and Anik will be permanent fixtures, and they'll be test driving a few different personalities for the 3rd seat. Since Shoresy has built an impressive audience by being a complete dick to his opponents, they thought it might be fun to find someone Shoresy would respect. Shoresy's doubtful one such opponent exists, but Emma insists they found one. Cut back to the lake. The sluts are prepping the boat to go back out. The Jims are standing there when 3 bikini-clad women walk past them onto the boat. Hitch and Michaels welcomes them aboard, leaving no room for the Jims. And with a quick apology, the sluts push off, leaving the Jims standing there, sadly looking on. Scene 4, cut back to the set of the new 3-on-1 sports show. Anik welcomes viewers and then introduces Shoresy and one of the greatest captains of all time, Doug Gilmour. Production note, Doug Gilmour, also known as Killer, is a Maple Leaf legend and the captain of the last Maple Leaf team to ever do anything in the playoffs in the mid-90s. He's one of my favorites and number 93.
Now, Sundin did something in the playoffs as well. Just they went against Ottawa, I think 3 years in a row, and they went to the second round against Ottawa, I think. 3 years.
Okay, that's fine, but they never went as far as Dougie did. Anyway, all
right.
And then there's a whole high stick, but we should have known back then that Gretzky was a traitor. All right, Shoresy's tone is different, almost reverent. Anik kicks off the topic of the day: who's the best fighter in hockey, and throws to Shoresy, but Shoresy insists they start with Dougie Gilmour. Nick wants Shoresy to go first, so Shoresy appeals to Emma off camera. Emma scolds Shoresy for talking to her. Shoresy insists hockey people will want to hear from Dougie Gilmore. Gilmore insists Shoresy just call him Doug. Of all the players Shoresy would throw an elbow at, Marty McSorley, for example, he would never dare throw one at Dougie Gilmore. He respects him too much. Emma yells cut, and the Reverend Shoresy doesn't work for the show. Hockey players respect hierarchy too much, so Shoresy will always defer to Dougie. So Emma suggests they find someone that Shoresy respects less. Cut back to the dock. The Jims are still standing there, holding onto their life jackets. It's starting to get a little dark now, and there's no sign of the boat anywhere. It's a really sad scene. Back to 3-on-1 studio. Nick introduces Shoresy, and in the third chair, his legendary tough guy, Marty McSorley. Nick once again introduces the topic of who's the best fighter in hockey. Once again, she throws to Shoresy, and once again, Shoresy defers to McSorley, calling him Mr. Once again, Nick insists Shoresy go first, and once again, Shoresy speaks to Emma off camera.
She should start with Mr. McSorley.
You're talking to me again, Shoresy. I'm not on the show, remember?
Mr. McSorley threw straight down the tube.
I don't want to be called Mr. McSorley.
You don't talk to me either.
Let's stay focused here, gentlemen.
I thought you didn't respect Marty.
Who said I didn't respect Mr.
If you don't want him talking to you, then you can't talk to him.
He said he'd stick the elbow out on Marty.
Don't talk to me either.
That doesn't mean I don't respect him.
Don't call me Mr. McSorley.
I'd stick the elbow out on a small disabled dog if it got me a W.
I'm not your dad.
Well, you might be with the hours you put on the old workbench, eh?
Tabarnak.
Huh?
I don't know his mom.
Well, neither do I, but if I did, I'd hope she'd bang Marty McSorley.
Stop talking to me.
This is the best. This is the best.
It broke
I'm
Kacey.
so glad you clipped that. I replayed that like 5 times before moving on when I first saw it. I was like, that is amazing.
Production note, Marty McSorley, an NHL enforcer who's basically Gretzky's bodyguard in Edmonton and in LA. His career ended controversially when he assaulted a player with a stick to the head late in a game in Vancouver. So he was basically criminally charged and sentenced to 18-month probation and never played in the NHL again. It was, not the greatest way to end that career. But since then, he did all right. Like, he never went back to playing, but he's been coach and stuff. I saw him play at a Legends game. It's sad the way it ended and stuff like that. People make mistakes, and he paid for his dearly anyway. Next up, scene 7. Emma and Nick are at a bar after another debacle, licking their wounds. They rack their brains trying to think of a way to get Shoresy, the Shoresy they want. They started with someone he respects and then someone he respects less. They need to find someone he doesn't respect at all. If Shoresy's going to be their protagonist, they need to find a villain. Now, cut to Jill outside Nat's office. She knocks on the door, no answer. Then we're back to the 3-on-1 studio, and I think Emma has found the perfect villain.
Sean Avery?
The one and only, baby.
You got Sean fucking Avery?
Love him or hate him, you can't wait to hear what he says next.
No, that's Don Cherry. This is Sean Avery.
You're familiar with my work.
Yeah, the biggest rat of all time.
How do you call me the biggest rat of all time?
It looks like a duck and swims like a duck.
I said rat. Why are you talking about duck?
Never suspended once. The biggest rat of all time.
You're a rat too, Shoresy. You guys should get along great.
Yeah, it's actually high praise coming from me.
Who are you again?
Save it for the show.
You don't know what you're doing at all, eh?
Sacrement.
Half the people see us come on are going to see him and go click.
I beg to differ. Is everyone set?
Or what are they clicking there? Shoresy, a TV from the 1950s?
I can't wait till I start talking about this episode later. Emma likes what she sees already. She tells Nick to start the show. So Nick starts up with the topic of who the best fighter in hockey is. She throws to Shoresy.
Shoresy.
Yeah, definitely start with him if it's a question about the NHL. I only played about 600 games, so let's hear from the real grizzled vet first.
You going to sit like that the whole time?
Like what?
Like a woman.
This makes you uncomfortable?
No, what makes me uncomfortable is you're wearing enough cologne for 20 broads.
It's not my cologne.
That's her labia.
That's my hair product.
It's her fallopian tube.
But if we're talking about hair,
We're not talking about hair.
you're getting a little thin up there, Shoresy.
Best fighter in
The
hockey.
front of your hair looks like a piece of land that juts out into a body of water. What's that called?
A peninsula?
You're a fucking peninsula head.
Oh, well, look at your patchy ass beard.
It's not patchy.
Yeah, I've seen Patch here.
Looks like a group of islands out in the water. What's that called?
An archipelago?
Yeah, your archipelago face.
Point your weird weird head down to the camera.
Oh, I bet you'd love for me to point my head down.
Your hairline looks like a hairpin turn on a racetrack. You're a fucking hairpin turn head.
Oh, you're the funniest guy in Canada, Avery.
I'm actually American now.
Well, of course you are, you fucking border hopper.
I'm a dual citizen living in LA.
Fucking fence rider.
I love the US.
Go borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor, you get shot in the dick.
And that's all for 3 on a different topic than the one we had planned, but I doubt anyone's complaining. Stay tuned for more from Bro Dude Energy. Who's clicking away from that?
I wonder if that shot there was a shout out to Kaylani. Scene 10, we cut to Emma and a Nick doing celebratory shots at the bar after the show. Shoresy isn't there because he doesn't care, and it's Sudbury Saturday night. Scene 11, cut to a montage set to the song Skanka by Handy. The Bulldogs continue celebrating their win in front of Pepe Panini's. Shoresy holding the trophy above his head while dancing. The sluts are all there along with Britt, Melody, Mercedes, and Pam. Then we cut to the Jims, who are off to the side, standing on the sidewalk, excluded and looking on sadly again. Meeg and Zeke are also watching from their car. Next scene, cut to Nat's house. She's afraid they're going to ruin everything. Meeg reports that they're all over the city partying, including the Big Nickel, Science North, and Diamond's Gentlemen's Club. Nat implores Meeg to get the guys to behave. Hitch walks by and says they'll behave if Nat can get them into weird Sudbury. She'll never see them behave as good as what they does. Meeg tells Nat that Jill called again. She wants to talk about setting up a mentorship program. Cut to Nat's patio. The sluts are lounging around along with Zeke and Shoresy. He's telling Zeke about how much attention he's getting with his new look.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, it's no joke, Zeke. I got a full rack, and now I got 10 throwing rocks at my windows in the middle of the night.
I like the teeth.
Zanger's gone home for the summer if you want to do something about it.
Nope. New teeth, beard coif, spray tan.
Can't get used to it.
You look like you got queer-eyed by a blind guy.
I got 10s all over me. You know what it is.
Settle down.
Now I'm just like Goody. He went tubing with 2 10s on Tuesday.
Really?
M'a dit donc qu'il te raconte son tuggy on a tube.
You got a tuggy on a tube?
Yeah, Goody got a tube tuggy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. J'étais là.
That's so cool. Tubing's unbelievable.
Yeah, the boys love tubing.
Tens, eh?
2?
Come find me. I'll teach you how to make him Wim Hof.
All right. Zeke's comment at the end of that about showing Goody how to make his 210s Wim Hof. I had to look this up. Actually, when we were watching this, Tanya's like, what did she say? And we had to rewind a few times. Still couldn't make it out. So I looked it up because I had no idea what that meant. Wim Hof is an extreme athlete. He's also known as the Iceman, known for his ability to withstand low temperatures. He developed a method of breathing called the Wim Hof breathing to activate your full human potential. And a quick check on Urban Dictionary listed Wim Hof method as when you smoke a whole bowl with one breath. So it has either something to do with breathing and perhaps holding your breath for an extended period of time, or maybe withstanding frigid temperatures. I don't know, but that's the closest I could find to what that might mean. Does anyone know what Wim Hof might mean in this context in the live stream? Please let me know. Kacey, you're cringing.
I'm going to wait until it's time to talk about this episode.
Okay. All right. So let's come back to the scene. Nat tries to reason with the sluts.
Best team in the country.
Yeah!
Spy!
I'll never get sick of saying it.
Good for
Congratulations.
Nat, seriously?
Shut the fuck up, Michael.
As I've said before, it's important to celebrate the win.
Yeah!
To relish the victories.
Yeah!
To commemorate the triumphs.
Yeah!
But there is a reasonable amount of time to celebrate something like this, and I think that you've surpassed it. It's time to turn off the tap.
Ease up on the pressure at the very least.
And do what?
Get busy doing something else, slut.
All the boys are busy.
No, you're not.
All the boys are busy.
With what?
Did you not just hear me say Goody went tubing with 2 10s?
On Tuesday.
So Goody got a tuggy on a tube.
Ah, les gars, ils sont occupés, Nat, ça niaise pas ici.
What are you so busy with, Dolo?
Get neck on a kneeboard.
Hitch?
Coitus on a catamaran.
You?
Fucking deep throat on a houseboat.
You know, I'm available.
Shut the fuck up, Michael.
It's the off season, Nat.
Summer in Sudvegas.
Take a break from the Bulldogs.
Fucking A.
Zeke?
Take a break from hockey.
Cosign.
Me?
And come out with us and just crush beer. Yeah!
Nat says no. She doesn't want to ruin the glowing reputation they've built in the city of Sudbury over the past couple of years. They filled the rinks with families, hosted educational seminars for kids, and one webinar. The Bulldogs are positive members of this community. Hitch says there is one way, and that's weird Sudbury. At first, Nat resists, but then Hitch calls calls for handies in a hammock, and she finally gives in. She will get the sluts into Weird Sudbury, but they'll have to keep it between the lines until then. The sluts agree. Next scene, cut to the 3-on-1 studio, and Sean Avery is back in the number 3 chair, getting his makeup done. He immediately begins chirping Shoresy, and Nick asks Emma if he's done after today. Emma agrees. He's served his purpose. He got Shoresy to be Shoresy, but they must continue to evolve. Here we go.
Should have stayed here for the weekend, big fella. I'd have taken you shopping.
It's pretty gay, Sean.
You'd have been just a weapon of mass destruction in TO.
Yeah, I got a full rack and 100 DMs from 10s.
So many girls Hinge downloaded you, eh?
Take 2 steps, I'm tripping over ass.
I'm coming out with you, big man. Just a couple of swinging dicks in the 416.
Production note, it's probably obvious, but in case it isn't, 416 is the original area code for the city of Toronto. That's why the city is sometimes referred to as the 6. Back to 3-on-1, and Nick introduces Shoresy and Sean Avery, and as if on cue, the two immediately start going after each other.
What?
Thousands of people hearing your name and changing the channel.
It's a web show, Charlie Brown.
Today's topic is concussions, head trauma.
Yeah, it looks like Sean's got face trauma.
What does that even mean?
It looks like someone beat you over the face with a shovel.
They didn't, I'd know.
You're a shovel face, Sean.
And how your hairline managed to retreat that much further over the weekend, it's remarkable.
Thanks.
If I lived above a face that ugly, I'd seek higher ground too.
Moving right along.
It's low tide on Shoresy's beachfront.
Head trauma in hockey.
It's a good topic for you, Shoresy. Concussions ended your career recently, right?
Correct.
How many conkies? Let's go through them. That'll be fun for me. Let's start with the last one.
You know, it was the craziest thing. I come to, there's 20 broads standing around me, all 10s.
I bet.
And the one before that?
I come to, there's 3 French broads mid-orgasm. I'm not even fully hard yet.
Okay.
And the one before that?
I come to, I'm banging a 9 with a bunch of dead 10s on the ground that she fought to the death for me.
I would love to see what a 10 looks like in your mind, Shoresy.
Her.
Oh, well, I know whose side I'm on.
Bit young, but...
Next scene, the ladies are at the bar celebrating a successful show. This time, Shoresy's with them, looking bored. Emma questions him. If he really doesn't care about any of this, then why is he there? And for the answers to this question, we cut to Shoresy in Nat's office.
I can't play hockey anymore. And I'm worried about what will happen to me if I have a moment to sit with that.
You're coaching with Sanger next season. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Because not having the option to get out there and do something myself would drive me to drink.
Drinking on the bench sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it does.
I won't convince you to coach Shoresy, but for now, Brodude is giving you an opportunity to stay in hockey.
It's not hockey.
It's what you've got. This is it. You're not going into the corners anymore. You're not driving hard to the net. You're not punching anybody in the back of the head. You need to turn the page. This is how you keep contributing.
Doesn't scratch the itch.
Nat asks what Shoresy's favorite thing about hockey is. Shoresy answers, it's the winning. Nat suggests that he needs to create a scenario where there's a winner and a loser. So if the Brodude show does well, he wins, and if it doesn't, he loses. And then he'll have a moment to sit with that. Shoresy ponders Nat's words. Cut to a montage set to the song Happy Treat by Bentley Wida. It's Shoresy riding his bike through Sudbury at night on his way to Laura Moore's house, making Chad a very happy man. Shoresy arrives, and Laura is waiting for him on her front steps. The two have a moment on Laura's porch.
Look what these TV people did to your face. Why?
So I got a face for radio.
I'm not that ugly.
Well, it doesn't matter. I got bigger fish to fry.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you really?
I do like crazy.
He's got a TV gig in Toronto, but he's got bigger fish to fry.
I got more pressing matters.
He gets to sit and gab with a hot French girl, but his mind is elsewhere.
It's miles away.
Where? I mean, on what? Or why?
Because this is the summer I close on Laura Moore.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what does that mean?
More sleepovers?
Oh, many more sleepovers.
Like, maybe we sleep over more than we don't.
This is going really well.
I know.
Yeah?
And I'm scared. I'm terrified.
Shut up.
I'm flailing on the inside.
Look, you gotta be careful when you got kids, Shoresy. I don't let just any dude in. I gotta be sure. And for me to be sure, you gotta be sure.
Sure.
You just won best team in the country.
I'm
sure you're gonna want to enjoy the perks that come along with that. It's summer in Sudvegas.
It's not fucking Playa del Carmen.
I know what goes on.
It's not fucking Belo Horizonte.
I'm ready to take things to the next level. But I need to be sure that you're sure. So go have fun with the boys, see if you're sure.
They go back and forth a little bit more in an amazing scene that's sure to make Chad's next best of in its entirety, and I will allow it. But for now, I'll end it where they end it.
You really think some movie star looking mom's just gonna come along and say, I want you?
And then we cut to a close-up of Jill seductively staring right into the camera saying the words, I want you. And we fade to black to the beautiful song Waiting for You by Sonnen. And that's the episode. All right. Now, just to remind you guys how this goes, we're going to talk about it first. We're just going to sit here and talk about it. No ratings. And then we will do our ratings and then we'll award our sticks. So, and I'm up first, I guess. Right off the top, fun episode. I've been looking forward to seeing what this will look like, what Shoresy looks like without hockey. And so far, so good. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of really, really funny moments. Sean Avery, when he was a player, obviously rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. He's so good in this. And I'm a little sad when they said that he's like, he was only there for that, those 2 episodes or whatever, because I would have loved it if they added him like as a regular. He was so good. I loved the scenes between Shoresy and Sean. Like Shoresy, it's basically Shoresy meeting what he would have been had he made the show. Sean Avery is Shoresy. I think they were perfect and it was awesome. And he was actually surprisingly good. I don't know if he's ever done any acting. I should have looked that up actually, but I thought he did a great job. So that was a highlight for me. And of course the Laura Moore scene at the end was so good. I even loved like the scene of him riding his bike through Sudbury at night, no hands on the handlebars and stuff like that. And then getting there and then the whole, like I only did half of that scene. It goes on for a while, but it's gold. We all know how well he writes for those 2 characters and it showed in this. So, yeah, those are my notes so far for this. Matt?
Yeah, so first I just quickly fact checked. We asked about Sean Avery had done any acting, and it turns out he has actually. He's been all small roles, but he had a small role in Oppenheimer, Amsterdam, Tenet, Mile 22, a bunch of action flicks. It's like small soldier roles here and there, but yeah, he's got his feet wet. Amazing. So just wanted to quickly fact check you on that one. I loved how it started, man.
Yeah,
I think I'm excited for this season because when they ended the last one with that's the end of part 1, and then immediately here's part 2. It gets me. It asks it quickly raises a couple questions. One, is the tone of this season going to be, or the next 3? I'm assuming 3 seasons is part 2 if it follows the pattern. Not that can't have a pattern after 1, but you get me.
Sure.
That's exciting, but is this going to be a completely different tone where we're going? And that's cool because I love the evolution of these shows, and I think Shoresy, they've been doing a great job of switching it up and keeping us on our toes. Whereas Letterkenny, we love Letterkenny, but it was very they had their style and it stuck to it, and it was great. So I'm excited about that, and yeah, hockey in the summer. Let's see where they go with it. So I don't know what's going to come of it, but curious to see what all the boys and the girls do in the off season. So that's going to be fun. First off, though, will Nat chill the fuck out? Like seriously, I get it, but let the boys have some fun. I know you're trying to protect your investment, but just ease up a bit. And then they keep throwing that at her too. So I like it. The other notes I made. Sudbury tourism, you gotta love this, right? This is like the most in-your-face product placement without properly realizing it, because the product is the town itself.
Except I don't know if Sudbury tourism cared that they showed like a strip club. I don't know. Like,
listen. There's something for everybody. Is what they're trying to show.
I guess, yeah.
Right. It's risky, but I actually think this might be one of the most brilliant marketing ploys I've ever seen. In the way they're delivering it, because hey, that's the tone of the show. Nothing's out of reach. And there's something for everyone in Sudbury. So I love that. Especially in this episode, it's like they're just firing out all the attractions one after another, most of which we've been to.
Didn't go to the strip club though.
I don't know. Allegedly,
it wasn't on Tanya's spreadsheet.
It wasn't. You're right. Yeah,
it was not on the spreadsheet.
Mysteriously left off the spreadsheet. Yeah.
Yeah, the other 2 things I want to get out of the way, Shoresy's teeth. So are we to believe that we will not again see him with missing that tooth. Like
I wrote this down too.
Right? They described like we paid all that money to fix his teeth, so I'm assuming we're
dude.
never going to see that tooth out again.
Oh, you will. You will. Come on, it's a flipper. I can remove.
They said
my
10
tooth.
grand.
Yeah.
They said 10 grand to fix that. That is not a pop out. That is an implant. That is there. So I'm assuming whether that was a choice offline on a personal note, just put the tooth back, because maybe wife's like, all right, enough's enough. It was cute, but you need to put it back. So who knows? I caught that though. The other one, which I'm feeling relieved, of course, we don't know the truth yet, was the Sanger. So Sanger's missing.
Yeah.
Well, we knew he wasn't in this season. There was a number of hints. A couple of people alluded to it. Nothing was negative was ever said, but the way they're approaching it already, it sounds like, yeah, he just took the season off. So I am hoping that's the truth.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him back, because I think he just brings his own flavor to the show, and I absolutely love the dude. So hopefully that's where it pans out. The only other, before I hand it off, is I won't talk about the hockey stuff specifically because I don't know hockey, but those guys, I know who Doug Gilmore is. The other two, I do not.
Okay.
But that was probably one of the most entertaining.
Oh, you got the Blue Spatula. The first appearance of the Blue Spatula for this season. Wow.
That's okay. But this one, I mean, it feels obvious. But to me, the weirdest thing when I watched that whole Doug Gilmore, then McSorley, and then Avery, it felt like Shoresy's version of Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Sure.
Like as they're going through it, it's like this one's too soft, this one's too hard, this one is just right, and they got the gold. So that made me laugh. I think I might have been high at the time when I thought of that one, but that's okay. Don't judge me. So it's great. I really enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun. It sets a new precedent for what's about to come. I just hope that there's enough for us to bite onto as we get deeper in.
Jeff in the live stream says he's literally added 8 new places in Sudbury to visit on his next trip.
I saw that.
Tanya,
And if you're following Sudbury tourism, you'll know that there's a lot of stores that are new that haven't been mentioned. Go visit them too.
There you go. Yeah.
Sorry, Tanya.
Yeah, no worries.
Comments, no ratings. Go.
Yes. So Matt said a lot of things that were also on my list. So the whole no, it's all good. Showing Sanger the love. We were really worried about him when we saw that it had nothing to do with hockey, and then saw some of the trailers. I think he was the first person that kind of came to our minds is where is he? Is he all right? And is he coming back? So the reference of him, I counted like 2-3 times, referencing that, he's just gone for the summer, and referencing Shoresy coaching with Sanger. So
when I heard that, I'm like, okay, good. Yeah, all's well. Yeah.
All's well with that. A lot of great lines, like a lot, like the dialogue and the banter, and especially between Sean Avery and Shoresy, referencing rats and ducks, and and it was
my face was that ugly, my hair line would retreat too, or something like that. Yeah, that was really
it was a lot of great one-liners. The one thing, the gyms just standing there on the sideline, that was like a shot that was done like 2-3 times, I think, throughout the episode. And that was concerning because like they are part of a team. And whenever we saw them in the locker room, it was that camaraderie.
Yeah, the gyms are such beauties.
The gyms were beauties. So for them to do a full, I don't know what that was. For them to do a full 180 on the gyms, what was that?
What are you showing us?
What is
Harlan's Instagram story? Him lacing up some skates.
Oh, is he up in Sudbury? Oh, maybe.
Don't know. There's no reference. Sorry to cut you off.
There's no context. Okay, but that's exciting.
No context.
We were just talking about him. So, with the
live from the socials.
I just don't understand what the 180 is about with the gyms being on the sideline. That doesn't feel natural to me. That doesn't feel like something that they would have done. So I'm sure they're building to something, but it seems out of character. And the fact that they've done it repeatedly, I'm sure there's going to be a storyline there. And it didn't feel right. The other thing that I was going to mention was I need some hockey help. So throwing a shoulder,
Throwing an elbow.
Throwing an elbow?
Yeah. Just means you're going to
throw an elbow.
Elbow somebody. Yeah.
Okay. So when we had the interview this week, we were talking about he got a bad elbow. He got a bad elbow.
Yeah, he was concussed. That we're talking about Brandon Nolan, who plays Jim 2. His career was also cut short because of a really nasty concussion that he got from, I think, an elbow. I think it was an elbow as well. So
is our elbows? So you were just referencing that Sean Avery got 18. No, that was Marty McShoresy.
McSorley.
Sorry.
Marty McShoresy.
Go sports ball.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He got 18-month probation.
Yeah.
For an elbow.
Yeah, like criminally. Like I think it was one of the first I think second time.
So it's not allowed.
Well, no, an elbow is not allowed. Like an elbow.
How does an elbow happen?
Like this.
Gets thrown.
Yeah, it gets thrown.
Like on
a punch, but with an elbow.
Okay. So it's not like skate, and like doing a side.
Like if somebody if somebody came to hit you and you put your arm up, that's not illegal.
Okay.
But if somebody like goes purposely at you and throws an elbow like a punch.
So Tanya, in hockey, hitting is allowed, right?
Yes.
So typically the way a hit happens is you go and you throw, you hit somebody with a shoulder, right?
Shoulder to shoulder.
And if instead of your shoulder, you do a chicken wing, then the person gets the elbow instead of the shoulder.
Yeah, and that can be dangerous because elbows are sharp.
Allowed,
and
right?
They could hurt.
And typically you just get a 2-minute penalty for that. But if that elbow connects to the head, then you get a 5-minute and a game misconduct and a hearing, and you may get suspended.
Yeah,
and you get McShoresy'd.
Yeah,
that's
McShoresy.
Well, McSorley was, but
feel
McSorley's
like McDonald's should really pick up on something like that.
He was
be a lawsuit.
charged with assault because he used his stick. Like it wasn't an elbow. He threw his stick. Like he swung his stick and hit the guy in the head and knocked him.
Was that Steve Morse? I always confuse him and Bertuzzi. I know
Bertuzzi did a similar thing to Steve Moore, but no, this is McSorley on Brashear.
Oh, that's right. It was Brashear this time. Yeah.
Anyway, he was criminally charged. It was first or second time that's ever happened, because usually when stuff like that happens in a hockey game.
Dino Cicerelli was another one. I think all three of them. Yeah. Cicerelli did it with a stick as well.
Yeah. Because that's now assault with a weapon. Like,
so when somebody gets the elbow, that's it for them. They're out and they can't play again if they get a concussion.
No. That's a freak. It's a very people get concussed all the time.
Okay.
Getting an elbow to the head is just one way to get concussed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like when Al fell on the driveway. If he got a concussion, would you blame the driveway?
I would.
He got concussed in his butt.
So I was just because when we had the conversation this week and that ended his career, like I was just wondering, is there any compensation to the person whose career was lost when
that's why hockey players make a lot of money because their
when somebody does
short.
Something that's illegal and it ends somebody else's career, is there litigation for that, or
they
is
can
that
try.
So before you get there, there is the Players Association.
Yeah,
that's what they collect money for, and then players who get career injuries, they get paid out from there.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah,
I forget what it's called.
I feel like Brashear did try to sue McSorley, but I mean, the other thing though with that one was Brashear was back like playing before that season was even over, and McSorley was done. So it was kind of it was a weird thing there. Anyway, we'll move on. Did you have anything else?
Nope.
All right, Victor, how about you?
Let's see. You guys kind of said everything already, but what I'll say is that I started thinking, are we even going to get any hockey in this? And then this first episode probably gave us more NHL content than any any previous episode ever. And it was, and they left and they kind of created two tensions for us, right? One tension Tanya referenced with the gyms, like what are they doing to these guys? Why are they being kind of put out there like that? And then the second one, what's Shoresy going to do? Is he going to cheat around on Laura Moore with this new hottie, or what's going to happen? But for me, obviously the scenes with Gilmore, McSorley, and Avery were were the best, and you will get into Avery, but I not too many good words.
He wasn't
not
your
too many
favorite
good
player.
words.
I know.
Yeah. He was around during the days that I was probably the biggest Devils fan, and that whole thing with him and Brodeur, and everybody hated him. I think even his own teammates hated him. But the thing is, like, the stuff he did off the ice was just as bad as the stuff he did on the ice. Like one of his most infamous quotes, and we're not going to go into like what anything around it, but the sloppy seconds quote.
Yeah.
I mean, it was quite nasty. Like in a post game interview to be going into the sloppy seconds kind of conversation.
Yeah.
That's next level. That's kind of Shoresy stuff, and that doesn't happen in real life. But Avery did it in real life. So he was a real scumbag back then for doing what he did. And you know what? He was the best part of the show. He was easily the best part of the show. He was so good. The way he was delivering, obviously it was written well, but man, he killed it.
Yeah.
He delivered those lines like a pro. I didn't even know he was an Oppenheimer. I'm going to have to go and look up to see maybe he was.
He was a weatherman.
They're all super small roles, but yes,
Yeah.
clearly he must know Chris Nolan because there's a couple Chris Nolan flicks there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. Yeah. Anyway, I was super impressed. It was ended up being a really fun episode.
Awesome in the live stream says, also Shoresy said out loud that he's actively suicidal. Are we just going to gloss over this? And I mean, when he says he's got to sit with that, that's kind of what he means. And in the previous seasons, he kind of said similar things where, he's going to kill him. He'd rather kill himself than stop playing hockey, or however he put it, right? He said it a bunch of times already. I mean, there's that angle as well, for sure. There's that tension. Kacey, what do you think of this so far?
I loved this episode. Copy and paste, or no, can we double click on a couple of things that were said tonight?
For sure. Shut the fuck up, Michaels.
Yeah, thank you. There we go. Everybody's back. Synapses are firing. His dental work, Matt, that was like, I have it in caps in my notes. Like, does that mean no more gap? I have like a panic attack in my notes about that.
I think he's going to auction off the old tooth. Just not that I'm interested.
Awesome's already saving up.
So wrong.
And also for like the soaking tray that he has to keep it in overnight. Anyway, Jory Jordan Easter egg at the Bell Park Splash and Go scene. I don't know if you guys
was
noticed
he in that scene?
You can tell by the hair. He's the
saw
guy
the hair,
right
and I wondered if it was him. But
that's Jory Jordan.
so?
I'm calling it.
All
yeah,
right.
I think it is. I think they just needed people on set, and they were like, "Hey, everybody, let's cheer!"
Yeah, throw these.
And I think that's Jory.
Okay.
Zeke and Meeg are fire. Zegwan's wearing that Bulldog shirt that I love. That they have.
God, they look good.
You remember that photo that they did back in season 1 with that shoes in that shirt, and then Tassia was in a longer shirt, and they were like washed out and super sexy, and their skin looked glowing. That was amazing. That's how Zeke looks this season. Couple other points. Weird Sudbury, you guys, is a sex party. It's a dungeon.
Yeah.
So it's word of mouth. It's not going to be.
It's not going to be Googleable.
Googleable.
So what they're doing? What they're doing is so cool. These guys are so cool. The writing is what stuck out for me. I feel like Trevor Risk was handy in this episode. I mean, I know he's on the story editing, and Allie and Olivia. I know they all have their hands in it, but this one, I don't know if it was Jared heavy, but just something screamed Trevor Risk in the exchanges that everybody was having, and the pacing felt very intentional and Letterkenny-ish.
Well, I'm sure
it was the most Letterkenny I felt Shoresy ever be as far as dialogue goes.
I'm sure that one term that I had to look up in Urban Wim Hof, that's got to be a Trevor Risk thing. I don't know. It
might have to do with oral sex.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm figuring. Like, but something, but it's a very specific reference, right? So
Yeah, I'm gonna cruise the dark web after this.
all right,
and
you
see
do
if I
that.
can
You
get
cruise
some
the
answers. Dark web. I love the hints. So the thing that I like most about Jared's writing and Trevor and Olivia and everybody who's still in on this is that I love when they bring back things. So the whole I'm not talking to him, he was talking to me, or I was talking to you, that they do when season 1, when he finds out Michael's is new Tendi, they're like bringing it back with Emma in this way that's like even better, because it's the Spider-Man pointing, like, you can't be talking to him if you don't want him talking to me. Don't talk to me. I'm not talking to you. I thought that was an amazing scene. I don't know who the hell these hockey guys were, but Sean Avery, I'm in love with Sean Avery. Like, he was like Shoresy's daddy. Like, I loved how they let that guy just go and sort of like walk all over Shoresy, but not like Shoresy didn't fold, but he was still like, it was just brilliant. And I didn't know anything about Sean Avery. The whole line with, well, neither do I, but if I did, I'd hope she'd bang Marty McSorley. Like, going back to addressing Shoresy's mom and having it come out of his mouth was a brilliant choice, I think. The whole like border hopper and Sean Avery loving America was timely and wonderful. I propose that the weird Sudbury furry should immediately be changed to Howler, the Sudbury Wolves mascot. I don't know why he's not there.
Yeah, that seems like an opportunity missed. Yeah,
I feel like they should do it in post at some point, or like release a special edition.
Good call.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Michaels. I love how everybody's getting on that. It's a web show. Charlie Brown is my favorite Sean Avery quote of the whole show. And he said a lot of funny shit, but him
Aren't
saying
you sad
it's a
that
web
he's not
show,
coming
Charlie
back?
Brown.
Like, don't you want him back? I want him back. Bring back Sean.
No,
Mine was
I thought it was amazing. It's perfect.
Mine was
It's fine.
Click. Are you talking from a 1950s TV show? Yeah.
What are they clicking, Shoresy?
What are you clicking, Shoresy?
Yeah. Oh, he just owned Shoresy, and I really enjoyed that. The stuff between Nat and Shoresy is great. I love those moments are longer in this episode. When Shoresy goes, sure, on the porch with Laura is great. And this is where I'm going to lose half the audience. So it's been a great podcast. Love you guys. I'm super pumped about Jill. Sorry.
Oh, is that all? Okay. Well, that's fine.
No, it's not fine. It's not fine, because I think she is a better choice for Shoresy than Laura.
But we don't even know much about Jill.
Yeah,
yet.
we don't know.
Yeah,
anything
you're
about
like
Jill.
going like, don't judge a book by its cover here.
Even if it's
I
a
am.
sexy Charlize Theron looking cover, yes.
I am all for Jill. I am 100. I am on Team Jill, and I'm not anti Laura Moore. I just am Team Jill, and I hope they don't just dangle her around. Like, I hope they do something substantive with it.
All right.
But I know that'll upset a lot of Laura Moore folks, but like, she was great this episode too. I don't hate her. I just really like Jill.
All right then. That's
my controversy.
Okay. Well, I was worried it's something else, but no, I mean, that's perfectly fine to want. Like, I don't mind seeing that. I know some people are like, don't fuck with those Shoresy Laura Moore thing. Why not throw a wrench in there? Like, as long as they end up together at the end or whatever. Unless you're a Jill person and you want Shoresy to be with Jill, but that just gives you more tension. Like more stakes are there, right?
Yep.
But what if we, get to know her and she turns out to be a real bitch?
Yeah.
Then I'll walk it back, Victor. I'm okay with admitting I'm wrong. Are you?
Yeah, we'll go Mary Fred on her ass.
No, he doesn't.
I've done it at least twice.
At least.
Speaking of Victor, Sorry, you just triggered me. Victor, there were twins. The fetus, you have to change your vote.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
You do have to walk it back. You do have to.
Wait, what happened?
Tanya's referring to Spare Parts podcast featuring Michelle Milet and Evan Stern. Katie enrolled from. They have a Letterkenny rewatch for those who don't know, the few people, and they did. We did the Valentine's Day rewatch for Valentine's Day. So did they. Victor awarded his MVP that episode to the unborn fetus. We learned from Evan and Michelle, and actually they had Emma Hunter on who confirmed it. She was pregnant with twins.
So
there were two feti.
Oh no.
Or fetuses, or
fetal.
I don't know.
Fetuses. Fetus.
I wonder which one I ended up leaving out.
and the show right there. That's perfect.
Shit. Oh my God.
Good night, everyone.
And that's the show. Thank you.
That's our show for this week.
Well done.
Oh
Okay.
God. Of course you went there.
Let's get back to this.
Which one I left out?
It's
That's iconic. That's iconic.
Fucking guy.
God damn.
That's amazing, Victor. I feel like this is TPS history happening right now.
Oh God. All right. Back to this. We're at the ratings portion. I'm up first. Before we get there, yes, the whole Jim's thing was very sad, and I'm wondering where that's going. The weird Sudbury thing. Now, I haven't watched ahead beyond the first 3 episodes. I'm hoping this doesn't become the
lemon party.
Yeah, well, not lemon. The no show party. The no show party, right? I hope they don't get too formulaic where
not the lemon party.
At the beginning of every season, they're going to tease something, and then on the 4th or 5th episode, they reveal. You know what I mean? Like
they're gonna tease something.
Okay, so yeah, well, no spoilers, but anyway, this kind of is feeling familiar, and as much as I love this show, I don't want them to get become too much of a rely too much on tropes of their own, right? So we'll see how that happens. We'll see, what this leads to. But so far it's fun, and I'm enjoying this. I really enjoyed this episode. It set up the season really well. So yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything else to give it but a fresh. Matt.
Yeah, before I give my rating, I'll just want to add a quick comment. My only apprehension after episode 1 is there enough to bite onto? And I know there's a lot of things going on, but coming out of seasons 1, 2, 3, we had hockey championships, national championships, senior, like all these big epic goals.
Stakes. You're looking for stakes, right?
Right. What
Not
are the
just
stakes?
How many tuggies are they getting on a tubie?
yeah, whatever it might be. But and I know stories don't always need that level, but this is a sports show. Well, it started off as a sports show, so you're looking for some kind of stakes, right? I know, Victor. I'm sorry, it's not a hockey season this time.
The stake is, we know who the stake is. It's Jill. Yeah. Right now, the stake is Jill.
Is it Jill? Is it what Shoresy gonna do? Is it the gyms? Like there's a
I
lot.
think they've set up a bunch of things. Yeah.
Yeah. It could go a number of ways, which I'm not mad about, and they are pretty epic storytellers. So I'm staying confident that they're going to take us on a pretty cool journey in this off season. But either way, I know I loved this episode. I liked it even more the second time I watched it. Once I kind of let things sink in a bit. Which leads me to believe that the third time and more will be even that much better. So it's absolutely a fresh.
Okay. Tanya, what about you?
Yeah, it made me laugh. I thought it was the timing of everything was good. I like how they went from story to story, carrying along. Just like you're saying, Matt, I hope they don't. I hope it's not just this. It has to be more. Like they can't just be. And I get that it's summer and it's off season, but it can't just be this. And I mean,
and remember, this isn't
like how far can you go with trying to find a weird after
party. Yeah, you're right. So that one there's that, but I don't think that's the overall arc of this season.
They're the Polichettis of the Weird Sudbury's the Polichettis.
Oh,
of
you
season
know
4.
the Polichettis are also going to be at Weird Sudbury. Hopefully they would be. I'd be disappointed if they weren't in the corner somewhere, like with their mouths open.
So what do you give this one? What rating?
It's a fresh for sure.
Okay. Victor, it's to you. Do we have our first unicorn of season 4?
I think that I mean, I'm trying to think of like how many episodes we've had that have not been unicorns in Shoresy so far.
There's been a few.
But this one,
If you had that number at hand, I would be thoroughly impressed.
Right. Yeah, I'd be gobsmacked.
I don't do that kind of homework.
All right.
I know.
But I think
All right.
Who wants to set
it's
the
a
tone,
given.
boys? Who's gonna fucking set it? Yeah! Whoa! Let's get on the go,
Victor was
This team will never lose again.
Victor was just stalling so he can get his unicorn background up before he actually said it's a fresh. Thanks, Victor. Do you have anything else to add there?
No, I think you guys being a bunch of gnats, like just chill out and just have some fun. Like you don't have to be, it's only 6 episodes. I don't think the big theme is going to be this little lemon party. I think it's going to be something a little deeper, but even if it isn't, it's only 6 episodes. Just enjoy the summer, have fun. It doesn't have to stress you out. I think the big hook coming out of this episode is really will he, won't he? That's what it's about. And maybe it all changes in episode 2, but after episode 1, it's just the tension is, oh my God, what's going to happen with Laura Moore? Is she going to go? But she already gave him a hall pass. That's the other thing.
She already said, enjoy your summer and then let me know what you decide.
Yeah. So it's not even that much tension.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Just go and enjoy the summer. Like it doesn't have to be so serious. Just have some fun.
Yeah. Jeff says,
I've never heard you be so level-headed, Victor. It's weird.
Jeff in the live stream says, I was all set for Victor to murder the unicorn. Jeff, have you not been paying attention? There's no way in hell Victor will ever murder a Shoresy unicorn. It'll never happen. Kacey, you're rating.
Yeah.
We already have a unicorn
Fresh.
in the books. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
Fresh.
It matters to me, Kacey.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Yeah, this is a strong start to the off season. I feel I love the cinematography. I love there's a depth to the show now that I'm digging. I like that they're going in a bunch of different directions. And I said it before and I'll say it again. This is the most Letterkenny I've felt Shoresy be in a long time. I just liked the writing. I liked the pacing. I liked that it wasn't all about hockey. But it was. Like it was and it wasn't. The ice stuff was getting old after seeing this episode to me.
Right.
Like having seen this episode, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I was just tired of seeing them on the ice all the freaking time. Like every season they were on the ice. This was a great.
Victor does not understand what you're saying right now. He's like, where's the blue spatula, Victor? Come on.
You know what? Like I'm holding it and just.
Well, because part of you knows that this is the right way to feel about this episode. Like I didn't hate the first 3 episodes, the first 3 seasons. That's not what I'm saying. Just having the off season, when having the break, you don't realize that you were tired of it. So you have to celebrate the wins and commemorate the triumphs.
I don't know, when I'm enjoying the summer, it doesn't make me feel regret for the hockey season we just had.
Oh, she's not regretting it.
I didn't say regret. I said relief, if anything.
All right, let's move on to MVPs.
I was tired of it.
MVP first. I start up.
MVPs.
My runners up. I'm going to put Laura Moore and Shoresy in my runner up slots because that last scene, I fucking love that last scene. That whole back and forth between the two of them. Just the way, especially when what I didn't play was like, the look he gave her when she said, she wants to take it to the next level. That big-eyed look was hilarious. It was so precious. And she just is like, you just have to make your decision, have fun this summer and get back to me and let me know. But my MVP 100%, and I feel like I'm going to beat Victor to the punch here, is Sean Avery. Sean Avery is by far the best part of this first episode. 100%. Matt, your stick?
Yeah, I won't delay. I'm with you. That there's no way it can't be Avery in this one. He just took Shoresy to school, and it was actually quite beautiful to watch. And I could watch that scene over and over again and still laugh.
Yeah.
So no, he delivered it epically.
It was surprising. It was impressive. Everything about it. Like, I never thought Sean Avery could be like that.
Yeah, his timing on all that was you can't teach that. It's just so natural and so good.
Yeah, Tan, what did you think?
Can I give it to like a scene?
Sure.
I want to do the scene.
Are you new to the show? You can give it to literally anything.
I know, right? Emma and Shoresy.
You can give it to Jeff for his questionable call later on.
Emma with Nick and Shoresy and the guest spots. I loved the dynamic that they had, and
the tryouts basically.
Yeah, when Emma was saying, "You can't talk to me, Shoresy," and then Shoresy, talking to someone else, and then all of a sudden Emma starts talking to Nick, and then Nick's like, "Well, don't talk to us if you don't want us to talk to you." Yeah,
it's the whole
I loved that
Spider-Man pointing thing that Kacey was saying before. Yeah.
I loved.
It must have been a very confusing scene to play out, right?
Or very fun. Yeah, I'm sure it was very fun.
I think they really did that well, and I loved them showing his how he adapted to those scenes and to being on the panel and each one of the guests, and him even when he had the guests that he respected. And I thought that was pretty that was a great those were great scenes.
Okay, Victor, did I steal your thunder?
Well, you know what? I mean, it would be, especially on when we were just talking about the fetus, it almost feels wrong. But I mean, how could you not give it to Sean Avery? I don't think there's any Sean Avery fans, like hockey fans, out there. Not real ones anyway. And he probably like churned some people on this episode. Like he was so good. He was so good. Like he was good in a way where I disagree, Al. I think it would be wrong to bring him back because it's like leave him wanting more, right? Because then he'll just come back and screw up just like he did as a hockey player. So I think that this was the right thing for him. Come in, steal the show, and go out.
Don't exhaust the bit.
I'm wondering, though, back in the days when everyone was hating on Sean Avery when he was still playing, if Shoresy existed then, whether people would be like, he's just being Shoresy. He's just yeah, we love that guy, right? Because you're right. He was a bit of a degen, and no one liked him. You're right. No one liked him. Maybe even his teammates didn't like him.
Even Marchand, like people like Marchand, like Sean Avery was the,
no. I don't like
hated
Marchand.
by everybody.
Let's not go crazy there.
Settle down.
Kacey, MVP.
Goodies nipples. No, that is not my MVP. I just wanted to say it again.
I've already got it sampled. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. I'm struggling with my MVP because, while I agree that Sean Avery was amazing, I don't think he carried this. And for me, like, I have to give the stick to the writing team.
Oh,
so to the writers, because this episode, it was just paced nicely. I know it went in a lot of directions, but I did feel gripped. Like I didn't need stakes because the comedy and the writing and the pacing and the editing, and honorable mention to Dougie Gilmore and Marty McSorley because they held their own too.
Oh yeah.
Like I know Sean was amazing.
Yeah.
Sean fucking Avery. Yes. Everyone wants to suck his dick. That's great. Those two guys were like,
I feel like you're annoyed that we're happy with Sean Avery.
I kind of am, but that's okay. I just feel like those two guys should get an honorable mention because those fellas stood up, especially Marty McSorley.
All right, you want to give participation awards to everybody.
Mr. McSorley.
Yeah, Mr. McSorley.
When you're that big.
Well,
you call him
because he
Mr..
gave birth to the best line of the show, which
Yeah.
was Shoresy saying, I don't know either, but I'd hope she'd bang Marty McSorley. So.
Well put.
But that wasn't McSorley's scene.
All right.
Give McSorley credit for that.
All right,
What?
guys, that was a lot of fun, and
Yes, it was.
I just have a listener comment that I want to read, and then we'll wrap things up here. I have here. Hi, I've been following your podcast for at least 2 years, and I want you to know how much I love and appreciate your work. I know it's a labor of love for you all, but as someone living through the current hellscape in the U.S., you are a lifeline to sanity and joy. Thank you very much. I feel like I know you all and am appreciative of you and your life stories, as well as your insights to the universe. And that's from Natasha. Thank you so much, Natasha, for those kind words. Feel free to send in your messages and we will read them on the podcast. And all that's left now are final comments. And once again, I'm up first. Guys, this was a lot of fun. Every time we start up a new season, I forget how much I miss doing these. They're a lot more work, but they are, this is how we started, right? This is kind of, we started with the recaps and reviews, and I'm happy to be doing these again. I can't wait to see what this season brings. I'm seeing a lot of excitement and a lot of people saying how much they're loving this season. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Kacey, thank you for being on tonight. Miss you, and we love having you on. And thank you so much, and good luck with the comedy. Matt, your final comments.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be back on these few episodes. They are roots. They are meat and potatoes of how we started, and they're always so much fun. I don't really have much more. Kacey, great seeing you. Always a pleasure. Can't wait to see you again, my friend. Love you to death. To the rest of you goons, see you next week.
We won't, but I'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, right. That's right. Damn it.
It's all right.
See you when I see you.
Yeah, 10.
Kacey, it was so phenomenal to see you. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I just missed your face so much. This was so much fun. We got homework again, people. Like homework, and I can't wait to see what this season does and where it goes, and looking forward to it.
Victor.
Kacey, I can't believe you've been doing this comedy for a year now. It's incredible. It takes so much courage to do. And I think you're probably an inspiration to so many people out there. So, kudos that you're doing it, and just know that you're spreading, good vibes and energy across the world. So, you're doing good things. So, congrats on that. This was so much fun. We're back. It's sad that it's only 6 episodes. I feel like, I'm trying to think back, like they said they gave him 49 episodes of anything. Why don't they just double up on the seasons? Like just give us 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Like
why doesn't Kisa just write all the other scripts and stuff? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Jared, give your balls a tug and give us more episodes.
You hear that,
right?
Jared?
Like,
Victor's calling you lazy.
Get to work, Kiso.
I mean,
one fucking job, Kiso.
Yeah, like give people jobs and work a little more.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, all the other streaming shows are giving us 10 episodes. So give us Shoresy.
For fuck's sake, Victor.
Settle down. I'm serious. Anyway, it's just 6 episodes, and then we have to start doing filler again. But anyway,
well, I mean, they're shooting season 5 now, so who's to say we won't get season 5 like in October? Like maybe we're not going to wait.
Who's to say? It's going to happen Christmas again.
We'll see.
Anyway, so I have no idea what's going to happen this season. Haven't watched. I think it's going to be really interesting and exciting. And for those that have abstained, just keep strong. You are the master of your domain, and let's do it together.
Oh man,
let's do it.
Victor with the lines of the episode tonight. Holy crap. Kacey.
Yeah.
Final comments.
Final comments. Right. Yeah. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for having me on the first episode of Shoresy Foresy. If I'm like doing comedy, it is because of you guys. I know you didn't want to take credit for that earlier, Al, but you should. You can, doesn't mean should. Because if you recall, like getting into the Twitter DM and then coming to the ag hall and then eventually just taking over your podcast, like it got me back into my performance roots, and that didn't happen without you all. So yeah, you absolutely need to take credit, and you also need to give your balls a tug because you're going to be my Toronto producer for when I come up there.
You haven't sent me any recordings lately. I want to hear some stuff.
I know,
you know, any jokes at our expense, because that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No, because what happens is, like, after a year, you start figuring out like your process and who you are as a comic and like you learn that you don't need to share everything. Like sometimes you just go and you hit mics and you just sort of work your material, right? And you don't always need to hang on to it, and you definitely don't always need to put it out there. Mm-hmm. So I'm sort of in between like set crafting. So I have like a solid 7 to 8. Then I could probably mush that with another 5 that I'm working and, you know, get a 15-minute set. But it's a process. Mm-hmm. And I only do 1 mic a week. Mm-hmm. And that people in Austin are doing 3 mics a night.
Wow.
Every night of the week.
Yeah.
So
people in Austin,
it's cool. I love
awesome single moms of 2, you know, so you keep doing you.
Well, yeah, no, it's good. It's not stressful. It's doesn't take me too much away from my kids, and it's fun. Yeah. I mean, laughing is fun, right?
Absolutely. No, you're doing great. And I can't wait to see.
Thanks.
I want to go to a KCD show one of these days. So
yeah. Well, maybe I'll come up there.
You should, and we'll see you in like the comedy bar.
We'll do some mics.
Yes.
Well, no, I'll drag you out. You'll have to get a pass from Tanya, or throw the kids at somebody's parents for a week, and we'll all go out and we'll just do.
Nice.
I'll run you around Toronto.
I love it. Love it. All right, guys, this is a lot of fun. I'm going to play us off here with, there's, some banger tracks in this episode, but I really, really like the one that they ended the episode on. So I'm going to do the same. And this is Waiting for You by Sonan, or I don't know how to say that, but is a really cool episode. Let's get this thing going.
Doing terrific, Bart.
Okay, Dad. I don't know what his name is. Whatever.
Waiting for you. Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me.
All right, and that is all we have for this episode. Next week is International Women's Day, and as such, we won't be reviewing episode 2, but the ladies of TPS have a special episode planned, including a couple of special guests from the Letterkenny Shoresy crew. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be on Friday, not Thursday, and it's ladies only, Victor. So if you want to watch, you can watch on the live stream, but you and I will not be part of this. This will be the ladies only. So I can't wait to hear this one. If you'd like to support the podcast, become a patron or tell a friend. Also follow us on Blue Sky at ProdustanPod.com. Thanks for joining us. Now we're going to the after party. On behalf of Kacey, Tanya, Matt, Victor, and myself, thank you for listening and have a great week.